Hi everyone and welcome back to another reading vlog. So in today's video we're going to be doing a 24-hour reading vlog or readathon, but mood reading version, because last month I was doing loads of specific reading for videos. I wasn't actually reading because I wanted to read the book, and so then most of the time I would hate the book because I don't really want to read it. So I was given the idea to just mood read and do mood reading vlogs and kind of do like a mini little series of doing like different challenges but while still mood reading. So that is what I'm going to be doing, and you might obviously see a few videos like that. So first off, I wanted to quickly, sorry I'm out of breath, I just ran upstairs. But first off, I want to quickly talk about the book that I read while I was away. So that is The Nanny. I actually rated it as 4 stars and I really did enjoy it. It took me a bit longer to read than I wanted it to, but that's only because I was so busy. I didn't actually generally have time to read while I was away. I literally read like 2 books, this one and another one. Yeah, I did really enjoy this. This is about this girl called Cassie, and it actually is on OnlyFans, but then she decides that she wants to do something else. She needs to find another job, so then she becomes a nanny to a single dad who actually knows her from OnlyFans. So you are seeing like that story, them discovering that, and obviously the also little girl as well, and how like the little girl and Cassie's like relationship grow and evolve. And I just absolutely love the story. It was greatly written, really interesting. I didn't want to put it down, but obviously I did have to quite a few times. So yeah, I would highly recommend this. And then I want to talk about this. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this whole wrap up. I read QB Tyler's new book, The Worst Kept Secret. 5 stars. 5 stars. If I could give it 6 stars, I would. I absolutely love this book. QB Tyler never lets me down, never fails. Her writing was so amazing, the story was so amazing. I absolutely just loved this book so much, and I'm sad that I don't have a physical copy, but I am going to get a physical copy at some point. I don't know when though. But I absolutely love this book. You will be hearing about this book a lot. It's one of my new favourite books, and I'm also glad because I just needed a book like this. I needed a 5-star read because I just wasn't having a good month last month, and it was just great and I enjoyed it, and I read it in, I think it was 2 days, but consistently. But I was reading it slow on purpose because I wanted to like savour it and make it last, so I purposely made it last more than a day. But yeah, I have read more, but those are the books I wanted to mainly talk about that are important. But now I am reading, which I forgot to get, I am reading A Wildfire. Now this, I got the Works special edition, which I don't think you get anymore because I did go to the Works and they had the normal ones, so I don't know what's happening with that. But I'm listening to the audio. I was listening to the audiobook this morning, but I am going to go to physical reading now. But I got page 103 because I moved it onto my phone. But I got to page 103 and I am actually really enjoying it so far. It is really interesting to me. It grabbed my attention pretty much straight away. So if you don't know what it's about Russ and Aurora, and they meet at a party for, was it university thing? I don't know. But they meet at a party, they have a one night stand, and then they Aurora just leaves and they don't know what happens. And then I think it was the next day they both see each other at camp, like at the summer camp. So now they are having to spend time with each other at the summer camp, and it's definitely very different from Icebreaker. Definitely a complete different scene from Icebreaker, because obviously Icebreaker was set for like hockey and I think it was ice skating, but this is set completely different. And I do feel like, yes, it's set at a summer camp and it can give those summer vibes, but also reading it in the fall as well is also amazing. You can read it anytime and it gives the perfect vibes for any time. I also love the fact that so far it's given like male golden retriever, shy, and then the female main character is like confident, outgoing, and like quite loud, but in a good way. And I'm loving the like reverse trope of that, because normally it's the other way around, where like the guy's like the confident one, the girl's the shy one. I'm loving kind of like the opposite of that. I find it really interesting. But yeah, I am really enjoying this so far, and I am going to continue reading because like I said, I'm loving it. Okay, so I just checked, and in the actual book I'm actually further. So I am actually 178 pages in. I'm actually this far through. So it's a lot more in the physical book, which gives me a lot of confidence, because now I can see that I am actually a lot further, and I've read all of that in one sitting. I'm going into my next sitting now because I did just take a little break before I started this video. So anyway, I've been talking for way too long, and I'm now going to go and continue reading Wildfire. I am now on page 277, and I am still really enjoying this. I would definitely say that it is kind of, I don't know how to explain the pacing. It's quite like a slow burn, but like in a good way. I really don't know how to explain it. I'm doing a terrible job, but it is a nice pace. I don't feel like it is happening too quickly like in some books where it's just like too fast or too slow. Also, I am loving the dynamic still of like the shy boy confident girl kind of thing. I don't know, I'm just really enjoying that. Normally I'm not a big fan of that. There's only a few books that I like where it's like that, but this one I'm really enjoying, and I feel like I am flying through it like really quickly. That is my review for now. So I did end up finishing Wildfire by Hannah Grace, and I decided to rate it 4 stars. This is definitely a very fun, fast-paced read, and yes, it's supposed to be like summery, but you can even read it in autumn like I did, or even winter, and still get the same fun, cozy vibes. I think you can read it at any time and it still give off the vibes, but I would highly recommend this because it is really fun. And I don't know whose story we're going to get next, but I hope that it's Henry's, because I'm pretty sure there is supposed to be a third book. But now I am going to start If We Ever Meet Again by Anna Huang. This is very short, so I don't think it is going to take me long at all, and I am very excited to finally get to this because I have heard a few things about it, but obviously it's not Anna Huang's popular books, and I believe she wrote this before the Twisted series. Like, this is her first release. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. So I am very excited to get started with it. Okay, so I'm now 116 pages into If We Ever Meet Again, and I feel like the relationship has happened really fast, to the point where like I'm not even feeling a connection between the characters, and I'm not like a big fan of them. I don't feel like there's anything special about them. You don't really get much about them or like their backstory really to feel a connection for each character. I'm also not getting along with the writing style. I don't know what it is. It's just I feel like it's quite like basic, to the point, and I just don't feel like the writing style is for me. But I am still going to continue, and we'll see if my thoughts change. Okay, so I'm now on page 140, and I am loving how supportive Farah is being of Blake so far. I'm still not feeling the connection, which is ruining it. Like, normally if I feel a connection, this would be like such a special moment, but because I'm not feeling any connection, I'm like, okay, love it, but you're not supposed to be together kind of thing. I feel like they're more supposed to be friends, and obviously in a romance book I don't want that feeling. I want like the romantic chemistry. So yeah, that is what I'm struggling with at the moment, but hopefully I will enjoy it a bit more. I don't know, I should be enjoying it at the moment. Okay, so I'm 150 pages in. Literally like about 10 pages since I've updated you. I cannot stand Blake's parents, especially his father. I'm sorry, but having parents like that must be so hard. No wonder Blake struggles so much. The way his father treats Blake, the things he says to Blake is absolutely disgusting. Like telling him that he's only ever going to be good at football and he should stick with football because that's the only thing he's good at. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, no. This is making me angry now. Okay, so I can feel the third act breakup coming in. I'm 197 pages in, and I hate it when I can kind of tell what it is. I hate what I think it might be, because obviously I can't really say it is going to be, but I just have this really big feeling that it's going to be what I'm thinking it is going to be. And if it is this thing, I hate this thing. That was so confusing. But we don't have many pages left, and things are going too well. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I feel like there's still a lot more to go through. I just went over there to look at the second book. It's their second book. So how is this going to end? What is going to happen? And again, if it ends the way I think it's going to end, I'm not going to be happy. Okay? I'm really not going to be happy. This is sitting at a 3-star for me, but if it's what I think it is, it's definitely going to go down because I do not like it. But I am going to continue reading some more now. I'm 224 pages in and I cannot stand Cleo. If you know who Cleo is, if you know, you know. But cannot stand her. I have a feeling what she's doing. What just happened, I have a feeling I know what she's doing and that it's not true. And that's what I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it. Okay, I finished it and it ended the way I thought. It didn't tell me a third conflict though. Maybe you'll get that more in the second book, but the fact that there has to be a second book is really, really, really annoying to me. But like I said, the way it ended, I hate when this happens in books. Like, if you're going to do this, don't do it this way. But I have decided to rate it a 2.75 star because of the way it ended. I have obviously read it in one sitting, so it is readable for one sitting and very fast paced and stuff, but you do get frustrated. I will tell you that. The writing style, I was not a big fan of. The characters I don't feel a connection to. Wasn't really a big fan of the characters. You didn't really get much about the characters. That is that book. I will definitely say I prefer the Twisted series still, but I do have 3 other books in the series to read, so hopefully it does get better. But the second book is their story, and then the third and fourth is about other people from what I just looked at. So anyway, yeah, that is that book. I don't know what I'm going to start next, but once I start it, I will let you know. But I think I am fancying a audiobook, and I think I'm going to go and play Sims while I listen to the audiobook. So I don't know, because I've been sat here for a while. Okay, so I was just playing Sims. I was listening to this audiobook for a little bit. So I listened to Falling at First Sight. So I read this book about 2 years ago and I rated it 3 stars. And so I was like, I fancy so fast, quick, but that's the same thing. Short, that's the same thing. What's wrong with me? I'm saying the same things. I fancy something fast paced and something that won't take so long and so enjoyable while I play Sims. Okay. That is what I'm trying to say here. And so I picked this because I was like, well, I did rate it 3 stars, so obviously it's short and enjoyable. So I listened to it and I understand why I rated it 3 stars. And I get it because the story is enjoyable. But obviously you don't get a chance to enjoy the couple or for them to actually get a connection between each other because obviously it's less than 100 pages. I am going to go and finish it quickly, but I just want to let you know that I have started it and I have read a little bit. I think I've got 20 pages in, so I really haven't read much. And to be honest, I don't really remember much about it. I'm reading some scenes, I'm like, oh, I remember this. I remember reading this. But, it's new kind of as I'm reading it. I'm just, remembering some stuff. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to go and finish it. Okay, so I finished Falling at First Sight, and I'm going to leave it at 3 stars because obviously it is still enjoyable. You can obviously tell it was rushed and I don't feel actually a chemistry or actual love between the characters because obviously they didn't have time to evolve to that. But it was under 100 pages, so it is understandable, and for what we got, I think it was good and still enjoyable. But I do also feel like there was so much potential for this to be a bit longer and you to actually have time for the characters to get to know each other properly and everything. There was also this little twist, which I won't say because I don't want to spoil it, but I felt like so much more could have been done with that and it would have made it so much more interesting if it was a bit longer as well. So like I said, I feel like there was so much potential for this book, but it was made into a novella instead. So I do feel like it could have been so much better, but it was still good for what it was, and I still really enjoyed it, so I am going to keep it at 3 stars. I do want to listen to another audiobook, so I was thinking Pillow Thoughts Book 3, because these are just nice short little poems that you can easily just get through, and I physically read the other 2 on my Kindle, but I'm thinking of listening to the audiobook so I can have 2 experiences. So I think this is the last book, so hopefully I will enjoy it. So I finished listening to Pillow Thoughts Book 3 and I've decided to rate it 2 stars. Not because the poems weren't good, they were. I just felt like some of them I did relate to or I could connect to, and then most of them I didn't. And I like poems that obviously I can connect to, I understand, relate to, So that is the only reason, really. It is a nice, quick, fast-paced read, and if you want to get books off your reading goal, this is a great book for that because you finish it with literally less than 20 minutes. I want to say it literally didn't take me long. So yeah, I would recommend, but like I said, some of them I related to, some of them I didn't. So most of them I didn't, to be fair. Okay, so I might actually take a break for tonight I don't know. But the next one I'm planning on starting is the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes. This is a series I'm in the middle of, but I have rated all the other books 1 star. So, but it's like one of those things that I just listen to because I do want to read them, and I'm hoping it'll get better as I get through the series. Like I watched is it a TV show? And I really like that, but the books just aren't doing it for me. But I think it's because they're obviously older, and I'm not really into older books. Every older book I try and read, I'm just not into it, except for Pride and Prejudice. I love that. But except for that, I just don't think I'm into classics. There we go. And this is classed as a classic, I think, because of when it was written. So I don't know. I think I'm just the writing style I don't get into, and so I'm just confused and I don't really understand what is going on. And I think that is why I rate it 1 star, because I don't know what I'm reading. If I'm being completely honest, if you ask me what these books are about, I can tell you. But I want to read them, you know? And so, yeah, anyway, that is what I'm just going to leave that as for now. But I don't know if I'll just read this tonight and, you know, then I'm technically done with this challenge or what. But I will see how I feel. Okay, so I did decide to wait until today to read the Memoirs of Sherlock Holmes because I just read way too much yesterday and I just needed a break. So I thought I would just separate it. So I have been reading this throughout the day, but I have finished it. And yeah, predictable. I did rate it 1 star, but that is only because I didn't understand what I was reading. The writing style just isn't for me, like I was saying yesterday. I am still going to continue with the series, even though I'm rating all the books 1 star, but that's just because I'm not understanding what I'm reading. The writing style just obviously isn't for me because obviously it's older, it's classic, and I never understand classics, like I was saying. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But that is it for this video. I am going to be starting another video, which is very, very exciting. I'm very excited for this video. But yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.